So I just wanted to make this fun, cool, short little video about Money in the Bank, just my predictions, that's all. I'm just trying to have fun with it and saying what I think is going to happen, who I think is going to win the matches, stuff like that. So this is just a simple predictions video for Money in the Bank, and that's it. That's all. So it's the same 5 matches per pay-per-view format, so let's just get right into it. The first match is a 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match. Winner gets a contract for a match for a title of their choosing at any time within the next year. So just normal Money in the Bank stuff. So the first match is the 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match between Seth Rollins, Penta, LA Knight, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, and El Grande Americano. So with Money in the Bank matches, stuff like that, it's kind of hard to say, oh, he's the definite winner, but it's going to be easier to narrow down the list of saying who's not going to be the winner. So hear me out. I'm going to make a prediction, but I'm going to use process of elimination first to make things easier. El Grande Americano is not winning, okay? So let's get that out the way first. So El Grande Americano is not winning. Andrade is not winning. And if I'm being honest, Carmelo Hayes should have been in Andrade's spot instead, but that's neither here nor there. Andrade's not winning. El Grande Americano's not winning. They haven't pulled the trigger on Penta yet. So I feel like they could, as a shocking scene, nobody would expect this. So I'm gonna leave him in there for now. Solo Sikoa is not winning because he's literally in no story. He hasn't said anything about any championship, nothing. No champion that he might want to go after, none of that. I mean, if Solo Sikoa wins and cashes in on Jay, that could be a cool possibility on Jey Uso, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Plus, I think, have we already seen that? Well, we haven't seen the championship match, but we've already seen Solo Sikoa versus Jey Uso before. Nothing unique or special or anything. So I don't think it's gonna be Solo Sikoa. So we're gonna take Solo Sikoa out. And then I'm thinking too, since there's this heat building up between him and Jacob Fatu, Jacob Fatu is annoyed at Solo, telling Solo to stay out of his business. And then Solo did cause Jacob Fatu his qualifying match. Maybe, don't quote me on it, but maybe Solo Sikoa gets taken out by Jacob Fatu or something like that, or Jacob Fatu costs him the match in some way, shape, or form. So now that leaves us with who? Seth Rollins, LA Knight, and Penta. WWE pretty much has given up on LA Knight is what it seems. They stopped pushing him. LA Knight should have been so much further than he is now. LA Knight should have had way more title reigns than he has had. He's had, 2 United States Championship title reigns? He could have been... LA Knight could have been in if they didn't give up on LA Knight, he could have been in way better rivalries, way better feuds, things of more value, things of more substance, feuds of more value, rivalries of more substance, more entertaining stuff. But they haven't been doing that with LA Knight. He's just kind of there, and then he's just stuck in the U.S. Championship title scene. So I think he's gonna stay there. Honestly, I don't think LA Knight's winning this because I don't think. If WWE hasn't been listening to the fans, I don't think they're going to start listening to the fans now. So, LA Knight is not winning. So, that eliminates El Grande, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight. And now it's between Seth Rollins and Penta. And I think the most realistic thing is for Seth Rollins to win, since they're going all in on Seth Rollins trying to save the company or trying to ruin the company. I don't know what Seth Rollins is trying to do at this point. But since they're trying to go in with this whole Seth Rollins thing with the new group and stuff like that, I don't think they would make him lose that Money in the Bank. Truthfully speaking, I think maybe CM Punk might get involved. Braun Breaker's definitely going to get involved. Bronson Reed's definitely going to get involved. I think maybe Sami Zayn might come out. Maybe Jey Uso comes out. But after all that is said and done, they might just neutralize Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, keep them pinned down or something, or knock them out. And then Seth Rollins just gets an easy climb to the top. Something like that. I don't know. But I definitely think Punk might be out there because they did cost Punk the match. Punk is going to be out there, but I don't think that's going to prevent Seth from winning. I do think the clear winner is going to be Seth Rollins. I don't think it's going to be Penta because they haven't really done much with Penta. He's just been stuck in I don't know. They're entertaining matches. I'll give them that. They're really entertaining, but not really anything story driven. So I don't see them giving it to Penta and Penta being able to carry that for months or for weeks, months, or even the whole year duration. I don't see him being able to make that as entertaining as people like Seth Rollins could, or heck, even LA Knight would have made it interesting. But anyhow, though, I think the winner of this first match is going to be Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank. That's what I think it's going to be. Moving on to the next match, it's the 6-woman Money in the Bank ladder match. Again, winner gets a contract for a match for a title of their choosing at any time within the next year. The 6-woman Money in the Bank ladder match includes Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Naomi, and Alexa Bliss. Did I say Rhea Ripley already? I think I said Rhea Ripley already, but so Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Stephanie Vaquer. Well, those are the 6 women in the ladder match. Again, this one is like really like action packed. This one is like really like star packed, I should say too. Like these matches, like at least for the Money in the Bank, this match and the man's match, they're not too easy to predict. Like it could go either way, honestly. But this one having so many new talent, like so many big names too, it makes it a lot more unpredictable. But we're gonna do the same thing. Process of elimination. Okay, so let's remove who we don't think is gonna win. Who I don't think is gonna win. I think the new girls, I don't think they're gonna win. Especially since they just got here and they haven't built them up enough to be able to carry a Money in the Bank for that long and like make it entertaining. So as cool as it is, if Stephanie Vaquer would win, I don't think she's going to win. I think her winning at the qualifying match was her introduction to the main roster, and then they build her on from there. Then she could make it into like the main event spot, the main event scene, you know? So I don't think they're gonna have Stephanie Vaquer win. She's just there for like to make it more unclear who the winner's gonna be, more, you know, unexpected, more to keep you guessing, I guess, you know? To keep you guessing, I guess. Just to make it, I don't know, more interesting. So I don't think Stephanie Vaquer is winning that at all. If Stephanie Vaquer is not winning that, then Julia is definitely not winning it. Not because she's worse or anything, or like she's not as good. I'm not saying that. It's because we saw a promo on SmackDown of her talking to Zelina Vega, telling Zelina Vega that she's very interested in Zelina Vega's United States Championship, her women's United States Championship. Julia hinted at that. So that means the next rivalry realistically should be Zelina Vega versus Julia for the women's United States Championship. Already hinted at that, so that means that's where they're headed to next. So Julia's definitely not winning. Roxanne Perez, she has the character for it. She has the mic skills, I want to say. She has good presence. She was really good down at NXT. All 3 of these women were really good down at NXT, but like on the main roster right now, I don't see Roxanne Perez being able, like she can, like if they give it to her realistically, it's cool, it's whatever. But there's just so many other women in this match that I don't think it's going to happen. And like with Stephanie Vaquer and Julia, I think they just added her for unpredictability because these are like new talent. And then people are going to be thinking like, oh no, they wouldn't just put new talent in there just like to like for them to lose or for them to squash them or anything. I think Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Vaquer are all 3 there for unpredictability, to add unpredictability, you know? But I don't see them winning. And then this match is set up in a way like there's not really anyone that gets squashed or buried because, you know, it's just a ladder match. Winner wins, the losers were there type of thing. And nobody gets like devalued, discredited or anything. Now moving on, Naomi, she's been doing some of the best work of her career. Naomi has been doing some of the best work of her career with this heel run. Oh, it's so entertaining. Heel run from Naomi has been, I want to call it cinema, but I know I'm just glazing too much. It's not cinema at all. But it's been better than the other stuff we've been getting. You know, it's been a lot better than the other garbage we've been getting. It's been more entertaining than a lot of the other nonsense we've been getting. And Naomi has like good presence for it too. Like she's a really good heel. So anyhow, that's not what this video is about. Naomi, do I see her winning? I think. Like, so here's what I'm thinking. If Bianca Belair, like we gotta look at our women's champions too. Like for the Money in the Bank, for the men's Money in the Bank, right? The champion is either gonna challenge John Cena or Jey Uso, whatever. For the women, the winner is either gonna challenge Io Sky or Tiffany Stratton. Naomi has, I guess, story with Tiffany Stratton. There's like a feud there. There's like bad blood there a little bit, but that's just like a heel versus a heel. Because Tiffany Stratton is a heel. She's not a face. So I don't think they'll go in that heel versus heel direction. And Io Sky versus Naomi. It would be a good in-ring match, but promo-wise, it wouldn't really be good. It wouldn't really sell anything. So that's why I don't think Naomi's gonna win it, unless like one of the champions loses their championship to like, I don't know, Jade or Bianca Belair, and then there would be a story there. That's if Naomi wins. That's what they would have to do to make it make sense. But besides that though, I don't see it happening. I feel like I don't see Naomi winning this Money in the Bank match. It just would, it's not that it wouldn't be believable. I would be completely fine with it. I just don't see this going anywhere. But it would be really entertaining though. You know, a Money in the Bank briefcase that says proceed with caution on it, caution tape wrapped all around it. Pretty interesting. Which leads to the next two, which leaves only the next two. Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss. Realistically, Rhea Ripley does not need a Money in the Bank briefcase. Rhea Ripley has like on countless occasions just walks in and says, oh, I want a title match. And she gets her title match. So realistically, Rhea Ripley can do that again, you know? I don't think Rhea Ripley needs a briefcase or anything. But that's not saying I don't think she's gonna win. She still could win. I'm not eliminating her yet. But I'm just saying she doesn't need it though, because we've seen her on countless occasions just demand for a championship match and it happens, so whatever. She doesn't necessarily need it, but like she could win it too though. She could win it too, because she has beef or like she has heat versus against Io Sky. Like there's a story there. There's like some animosity there, you know, so that could be pretty interesting. And then Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton as well. That could be interesting as well. If they decide to turn Tiffany Stratton like back into a face, or like if she's a face for that rivalry, that could be interesting too. Alexa Bliss is the wild card. She came back, she got a huge pop, and I'm almost positive they want to push her. I think they want to push her and give her a good solid push. So I don't see her losing this either though. So it's like it's really between Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss. Those are the two women I think it's gonna come down to who wins it. Who do I want to see win it more? They have this thing that's like Mommy in the Bank. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. That already sounds unbearable. It sounds atrocious. And I don't want to hear that for like weeks upon months. You know, Mommy in the Bank. Oh Lord. I already hate it. Who would be more entertaining with it? I think Alexa Bliss. And like Alexa Bliss is like one of those superstars where like you could realistically give her the Money in the Bank briefcase and nobody would complain. No one would complain, you know? And I think maybe Jade Cargill costs Naomi the match or something like that. And then it's just down to Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley doesn't really need it, but like if I had to pick between Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss, I think Alexa Bliss should win it if they're trying to rebuild her character back up again, trying to rebuild her figure back up again, you know, rebuild her like persona back, you know, rebuild her character basically, make her this like threat. She would need it, and it would really help her character and help more development after her return, especially because I thought she was gonna come back and they were just gonna push her to the moon, put her in the main event scene, but they have not done that at all. They have not done that at all. She's kind of just been there floating around random stories with like that Zelina Vega US Championship tag team match for whatever reason. They did a thing with Charlotte Flair, but I don't know what that's leading to yet. I'm just still waiting for that. I don't know where that's going, so I don't know. But anyhow though, if I had to pick between Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley, I think it would definitely be a lot more interesting in the hands of Bliss and the hands of Alexa Bliss. I don't think Rhea Ripley really needs it. I think Rhea Ripley's there for unpredictability, and Rhea Ripley could just challenge any champion on a random episode of Raw or SmackDown and just say, I want to face you, and they're going to make it happen anyway. So I don't think she needs it. I think the people who would benefit more from it would be Alexa Bliss or Naomi, but since I don't see Naomi winning it either, I think maybe Alexa Bliss. But it's definitely down between those three women, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, or Naomi. But I don't think it's going to be Naomi. It's either Alexa Bliss or Rhea Ripley, and I think it's going to be Alexa Bliss. It would be really cool. It would be really awesome if it was Alexa Bliss. Now, moving on to the next match. It's a tag team match. Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus John Cena and Logan Paul. The only interference I see from this match is maybe one from Travis Scott, but that's about it. I pray not. I pray no. I hope not. I pray not. Because Travis Scott, let me not say anything. That WrestleMania nonsense, that WrestleMania Travis Scott segment, oh my god, that was atrocious. When he came out to help John Cena, that ruined everything, dude. I'm getting tired of Travis Scott and like the celebrities on the shows. Like they're not needed. If it's not a wrestler, people don't care. If it's not a wrestler, the fans don't care. If it's not a wrestler, I don't care. You know, they doesn't need Travis Scott, but if there is any interference, I think it might be from Travis Scott. I hope not. But I think the winners of this match, I don't think they want John Cena to lose this early. But even at that, it's a non-title match. So that means John Cena and Logan Paul could realistically lose. Because like you have 2 fan favorites on the other team, you know? 2 fan favorites in Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. So I could see that team winning just for the pop, but I don't think it's necessary. And if Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes wins, that adds nothing, you know? That doesn't really add anything. If John Cena and Logan Paul win, that adds more heat and puts more heat on the backs of John Cena and Logan Paul. But if Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes lose, I don't see any reason where Cody Rhodes, or any like reasonable ways for Cody Rhodes to be like, I want a championship match now. Like, you lost, you can't be demanding a championship match after you lost, you know? Like, you already lost, get in the back of the line type of thing. I don't see them pushing Cody Rhodes versus John Cena if Cody Rhodes loses. They still can, they still could. Because of like some shenanigan interference, like some nonsense win, they could do it that way, but it won't be a clean finish. I know that for sure. It won't be a clean finish. There's going to be some sort of interference. And I think the heel team is going to win. John Cena and Logan Paul is going to win. And then the following week, maybe Cody Rhodes comes out upset and annoyed saying, oh, you had help from this person, or this and that happened. This was unfair. And I want John Cena. I want a one-on-one match for my championship. Something of that sort, you know, something along those lines. So for this tag team match, John Cena and Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody, I think John Cena and Logan Paul are going to win. That might be crazy to say, huh? But I think John Cena and Logan Paul might win just for more heat and stuff like that. And I don't see them making John Cena lose this early, not on his farewell tour anyway. But since it's like, you know, the crazy thing is, since it's like it's just a tag team match, not for championship, nothing on the line, no stakes, which is crazy too. Like, no stakes, no nothing. This leads to nothing. It's just a random match just cause. Like, Brody, you have 2 champions in the same match. Like, there couldn't be a title defense at Money in the Bank at all, really? Whatever, that's for another video. They might just have Logan Paul eat the pin though. You know? Because I don't see Cody Rhodes getting pinned. I don't see John Cena getting pinned. Jey Uso could get pinned, but I don't really see him getting pinned either. They could just pin Logan Paul, or for more heat or something. I don't know. This one's kind of unpredictable too, I think, because it could go either way. But with that being said, though, I think the heel team is gonna win this just for more heat on the backs of John Cena and Logan Paul. And I think Jey Uso, boom, with the 2 tsunamis he ate, being in too many stores, being distracted, somebody cost Jey Uso the match. Maybe Gunther, maybe Seth Rollins, maybe Bronson Reed, maybe Braun Breaker. Boom. The heel team's gonna win due to interference from either Travis Scott, Gunther, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, or Bronson Reed. One of those people. There's gonna be interference from them, and then that's gonna cause John Cena and Logan Paul to win the match. Boom, I'm calling it. Moving on. I'm calling it. So the next match, and I guess the main event maybe, or like the big match, maybe the main event, if not the main event, the big match of the card, the championship match. Next is the WWE Intercontinental Championship last chance match. So if Becky loses, Becky can never challenge Lyra Valkyria again for her Intercontinental Championship. And if Lyra wins, if Lyra wins, Becky Lynch can never challenge her again. But if Becky Lynch wins, Lyra has to hold up Becky Lynch's hand to congratulate her or whatever. With those stakes being what they are, I don't see Becky Lynch losing. Becky Lynch is winning. That's it. Becky Lynch is winning I'm calling it a US Championship. Oh Lord. Becky Lynch is gonna win the Intercontinental Championship, which will lead to a feud between Becky Lynch and Bayley. Bayley might make her return after the match or something, but I don't see Becky Lynch losing. Saying Becky Lynch loses and she could never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship again doesn't sound believable. It doesn't sound realistic. Like, you would want some star power like that in the Intercontinental Championship scene, you know? Becky Lynch would add to it. Becky Lynch would add prestige to the championship and stuff like that. And you're telling me the only, like, what's on the line is just Lyra holding the Becky Lynch's hand, or if Becky Lynch loses, Becky Lynch can never challenge for it again. And those are the stakes, and you want me to think that Lyra's gonna retain? I know Triple H is like big on Lyra, like, you know, ever since down at NXT and stuff like that. But I think Becky Lynch is gonna dethrone Lyra Valkyria, win the Intercontinental Championship, which is gonna lead into a Becky Lynch versus Bayley feud. Plus, if I'm not wrong, Lyra Valkyria has beat Becky Lynch twice already. Well, 3 times if you're counting NXT. No, twice. 2 times. Lyra Valkyria has beat Becky Lynch 2 times already. 1 down at NXT and 1 on the main roster for like their first Intercontinental Championship match. I don't see Becky Lynch losing 3 times in a row either. So for this match, I have it. Becky Lynch dethrones Lyra Valkyria and wins the Intercontinental Women's Championship. So those were my predictions. That's what I think is going to happen. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing me out. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Like, comment, and subscribe if you choose to. I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for hearing me out. Thank you very much for tuning in. And thank you very much for checking out the video. I'm out.